I really wish the music were a bit longer, honestly. It's like a minute and a half soundtrack. Makes it really hard to just run music before I start. What did I leave off on? I think I left off on expansion. Hang on, this is an answerable question. Chef Plays Games Thoughts. What is the last Terraformers video I posted? It was Expansionist. Yes, we're back to Red Planet Awaits, aka Easy Games, which I think I'm totally fine with. I was up a little early. I don't quite have the ability to think right now. I'm okay with easier games rather than things that challenge me. If we're gonna do Red Planet, it's kind of like everything works, and if everything works, I think a lifeform project at the start would probably be fun. Like, the terraforming part of the game is just fun to me, so let's do the fun one. It's a decent start. Large hint of water is pretty good. Large hint of silicates is okay. And having water at the start makes Tariq look really interesting. But then having silicates at the start makes Thomas look really interesting. What else could we mine? Unknown currently. I think I'm okay going with Tariq here. It's mostly because police station is just like a good building. So how do we want to do this layout? Well, I think we can do like power here. I think we can do food here, because we're going to have to grow this game. Support is one of the big conditions that influences your overall score, so I'm going to want a set of cities with a lot of people in it. So give me like one of these and like one of these. And then give me like one of these. And then one of those. Make sure you don't extract water for oceans like you did last game. And then just like 2 happiness locations. If those are like canyons, I'm okay with that. Now, what do I want the most? The thermo generator. But the problem is I don't actually know where tritium is right now outside of these 2 small deposits. That's unlikely to get us to 9. I think the best route here is probably just to take a greenhouse, because we're going to be at 10 water very soon. And then this is just an extra thing that we produce. So I think we do a little bit of this to grab even more water. That puts us at 7. This should put us at 10, and we can build this next turn. And now I'm looking for houses. Or robots. But I think houses are going to wind up being better. Give me this, and then what I'd really like to see is like lab and then thermo generator. And I think we're off to the dang races. There's our trade route. You aren't lab or thermo generator, but I will just like take a bus station. That's kind of the same thing as people. And then we expand here, we get tritium, we build you. You're gonna go like down here and where our leftover spaces are. And then we can go yunk. And then I'm going to save this expansion tile. It's going to go here or here. But I'm going to save it just to see if we get anything else interesting. Oh, right. Our trade route's 26, 27. I'd like to start getting science in so that we can get this bacteria spreader up and running. So let's do something like that. None of these are like really what I was asking for. I'll take another greenhouse, though. I need nitrates to build a potential laboratory. So let's just explore here. Oh, Camille's here already. Camille is a lot better than Tariq is. I do wish that I had built a police station first. Oh, well, it's only 1 population. Yeah, whatever. I mean, mine resources is really good. All of you were absolutely replacing you. Camille's just so strong. And then we're good to end. Yeah, I still want to focus science. We're going to be using field research a lot here, I think. That's going to put us at 21. Here's our lab. Here's our field research. 22, 20. So 2 turns we can get the bacteria spreader up. It'll be turn 8. That's a really nice early start on bacteria spreaders, I would say. And then let's use our exploration satellite to just get a big chunk of tritium so that we can start to get our generator up eventually. Got a couple more spots over there too. It's looking real good. Don't love any of these, but I haven't really seen power production yet, so I'd like to take a windmill. But I also haven't seen titanium yet. Which is like, none of these really look that good if you haven't seen titanium. And turning them into science doesn't really change our timer on the bacteria spreader either. I think it's most likely that that gets built at some point, but we do have a bit of a titanium issue here to solve early. Wouldn't mind finding a little bit of it. So we don't need to use this. We don't need to use this. Don't need to use this. Don't really have anything that's that good. We could drill water one time to build a greenhouse farm. And then we'll probably just prospect for the rest of your time here. I like that. I like getting a greenhouse farm up. And then we don't need that expansion tile yet, but next turn we will. We'll plunk a bacteria spreader down, probably like here. Probably like here, because this would actually be a pretty good spaceport. We get trade route, and then maybe something over there too. If that's like another city spot, then we get 2 comfort and we get 2 trade routes out of a spaceport there. So bacteria spreader's probably going to go here, and I'll plug it in now. We know it's going to go there. Unlikely. I would take a second lab just because it's cheap. Like, we explore here, we get the nitrates, we put a second lab down, and then maybe we bulldoze it later. We put you down. We switch that project. What are we interested in now? Titanium. And then I could export 1 science because I'm making 2. And we can spread life. Get our terraforming parameters started. We could also build a house. I don't really think it does a lot for us right now. It gives us 1 extra tile expansion. But there's nothing that interesting that's within reach right now. I think I'd still do it. We're getting 2 food per turn. It's pretty good. And then I want to explore like here, probably, to see if that's anything worth expanding to. Love urban planning. So urban planning is my favorite one here. I don't think I like automated scientific archive that much. We're already pretty good on science production. But nanotube water filter is kind of interesting. Because we are going to do terraforming projects this game. And it has a synergy with the water production thing that Tariq gave us. Also, if I filled all my crops, I have space for 1 more crop. But I'd also really like to get a photovoltaic field out. If either of these are elevated, then I'd really like to put down a photovoltaic field on them. Let's find out, shall we? That's a city spot. It is an elevated city spot, but... And then what are you? You're also a city spot? You're also elevated. Okay. So given that we get silicates, I would take a photovoltaic field. I would switch these around so that I'm doing this. And then... I guess I would just take the water filters. Like, it's a pretty good synergy. We can get it done early. It does make me want to trade away food instead of science, so that we can finish this before we finish our first water terraforming parameter. I would really enjoy taking a stopgap support building at this point. I think that's pretty good, and then I would also really like to explore a spot that has silicates. Which it looks like you might be our only option right now. Alright, so next turn we can do the photovoltaic field. Camille retires next turn as well. I think that's okay. Beatrix, I've like been consistently underwhelmed with. We're not really doing a lot of mining yet. And the buildings just, like, they're good, but they take up so much space. Just an incredible amount of space. Versus, I think in-depth survey is amazing. Minerals research is also really good, and titanium. Okay, that's not really that much of a choice. I do still want my third greenhouse, but I also really want to get a landing pad going, and I actually think it's more important. Because a landing pad just enables us to turn more things into other things. So we're going to grab that. We need to explore titanium in a major way. Because I would like to... I can do that next turn. What I would like to do is I'd like to destroy this mine, survey it, and then rebuild it. So we get more water out of it. And then I'd also like you to expand up here, so that we can get that power production down. And then I'd also like you to expand here, so I can get that landing pad down. We know we can afford to start exporting water, so I'm going to export water, import titanium twice. So we're going to need a lot of it to build those mines. I would very much like to double resource production this turn, thank you. Also on silicates for 50 mines, I don't really care. This is a much better support building, but I can't put it down because I actually need the expansion spot from that drone hub. I guess just grabbing a robot hub to use when we make our next city is probably going to be pretty good. Which, speaking of, should probably be like right here. We've got nice water. Although, we do have tritium and nitrates here. Like, if that's a city spot, I think that would actually be even better. It is, but it's also a plains city, which is unfortunate, because it's going to get nuked with radiation until we get our atmosphere up. I also think I need to wait one more turn for the mine, because I guess I don't really. Wait, you can relocate mines? What the heck? I didn't know you could relocate mines. Alright, well in that case, we do this. And then we do this. Oh, location doesn't have the same density. You're so right. None of these locations are going to have the same density. I'm going to upgrade everything. So I do think we still just bulldoze this mine. But that's cool. I didn't know you could do that. Maybe that was something that they added in the patch today. Okay, it's a little early, but I'd really like to get one down. And now I think we go destroy you, upgrade you, and then I think I need 8 titanium for this. I do need 8 titanium for this. So we'll just have to wait one more turn, but that's okay. We can afford the time. Wouldn't mind having methanogenium. Wouldn't mind, I would definitely not mind a power plant at this point. I think we get that down for sure. I think we build this pit mine for sure. And then I think we have you explore more titanium spots for sure. We're trying to get up to 8 again so we can build this silicate mine. I'm just counting turns, because I still want to upgrade this, this, and that. So I need 3 turns, plus... No, I could use satellites for that tile. So I need 3 turns with Auntie to upgrade all the things that I want to upgrade. Actually, 4, probably. Don't have robots, so an ingenuity center isn't going to be great. I would take an entertainment center just for later. And I think I would also wait on you, because I want to get the development center down first. So, we explore this tile. It's actually not a nitrates mine, so we can't upgrade it, but that's fine. We upgrade you to a large nitrates deposit. We change the math on that 1 time, so we can do this next 2 turns from now. We probably just grab another landing pad here. And then we turn you off, we go back to you. We upgrade this. And then we explore here and we upgrade this, and we're done with his upgrades. Yikes. Okay. That's not great. That's going to be a bit of a support dampener. I don't really care about nitrates. I'll just take a house. I will build you. I will explore you. And then I will upgrade you. And then I want to explore you, and I think I just want to get this second city down. The radiation is going to be really bad for a while. But this is going to be a pretty strong city. You've got large titanium, you've got rich soil, which you can do pretty much anything you want with. And then who knows what we have out here. And tritium is going to really fuel a lot of these space projects. I think I want to get that before titanium. I can either trade for or explore for titanium. Second project? Nah, just turn it into science. I think it's probably just going to be more robots and then science. And then we go here. We go... I'll go here so I can start the city this turn. Where do I want to go? Probably around here to start. Because it's going to make people forget about radiation. I can also go house, 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 house. And then over here we can do something else. But let's put Terra Base down here. We'll give them an entertainment center because it's pretty much free. And then we'll give them like a robot hub for initial expansion so that we can grab this. And we can grab that. And then 2 turns from now we mine you, or next turn if we explore a titanium spot. And here we go. Now the terraforming projects are starting to kick in. So we take you because we have the resource income. We take you because we have the resource income. We put down you, just like at the ass end of the city. We expand here and here. We obtain titanium. I would really like to see 3. I've only received 2. That's unfortunate. And then we launchpad here to get another trade route so we can get started on these space projects. So turn you down to 1. Stop exporting you entirely. And start importing you. Absolutely, I would say. And then eventually I would say, you can come in here, because we're not using nitrates for anything else. You can come here. We really need titanium now, though. I think we just have to keep exploring for it. We're at 3. We need to get to 8. It's a tall ask. Oh, I can spread life forms this turn. How about that? Let's really... Because we got that event, I really want to double up on atmosphere production. Otherwise, people are going to be not happy. And then with trade routes... Let's get these mines down, just so we can start producing. Do I want to use Antti before he retires? I think I definitely want a road paver depot, just in case. What would I use you for? Do I have anything to in-depth survey before you go? Yes. It doesn't even matter who's coming in. In-depth survey is just so good. Tsvetan is pretty middling. But I am going to have to do a lot of dike construction. So even though I'm probably not going to use like linked nitrogen factory or power breathing facility. Yeah. I think we go with that. And then we go over here and we do some math. Okay, temperature does not actually decrease their quality of life right now. Over here it does by 1, but it's still not better than delivery drones. Yeah, I don't think Power Breathing Center is really going to be that worth it. I do think that titanium is going to continue to be worth it, though. So now we're saving up for power. Let's switch over to you very quickly. Next city really has to be out here to get at that large titanium deposit, I think. Right there is looking like a pretty good candidate. And I don't think I have... Well, I do have a tile to just, like, put a windmill. It costs all of my titanium, though. I'm just going to wait and be patient. Negative temperatures have double the effect of comfort. Okay, sure. Currently, that doesn't really do anything. It's -1 comfort of living in one city. But like, thank God we're working on terraforming parameters, otherwise this would be a pretty rough series of initial events. So let's plug in nanotube water filters. And then we can really start to go in on our terraforming projects. I gotta find tritium, though. Well, I guess I don't. I guess I can just do like this. That will be at 8 next turn. We can set that mine up, and then we'll be in great shape. I can afford 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. I can afford to spend 1 power. So none of that is going to happen. We're going to put this down, and it's going to get bulldozed basically as soon as we find a tritium generator that goes in that spot. But it's really just so I'm doing something with his abilities this turn. I'll take a Tundra Force. I'd love an orbital solar panel. Quite a bit more than an orbital telescope. I think power is way more important than science. And now we can build this, which means we can reallocate this to probably the project. Like, we're getting 2 per turn, so let's put both of it on there. 2 turns, this is done. Doesn't actually move the needle on the terraforming parameter, but then we can hop over here and do this one. We could hop over here and do this one. Would really like to start seeing spaceports show up. And then I could also turn you into an agricultural complex. It spends all of our water, but we don't need the nitrates because we do have nitrates over here, and we're not really using nitrates in a lot, except for like a plant spreader, which we're a ways away from. So I think that's okay to go for farming here. And then this time we are just going to have to burn your ability. You don't really do a whole lot this turn. And now I'm like, I really want to see tritium thermogenerators start popping up. Our lack of power is a real pain point right now. For exploration, I think we continue to focus titanium. I think we focus more titanium. And now we can do some dikes around all of these buildings. We're at 5 titanium. We're going to need 6 for series. We can get some with exploration, but the next time our satellites pop up, I think we explore this tile. Should probably also try and get this resonance station up. Like, it's coming in slowly. I kind of sleep. I definitely sleep. Maybe I don't sleep that much. Maybe turning robots into support is okay. And then we also have a Mars Quake. We have a bunch of buildings that I can't afford. I don't think I need more than 1 development center. I don't think I can really afford a gas factory. Well, or maybe I can. I think I can. I can find a way to make that happen. I don't really care about the Applied Science Center either. So let's repair you. You'll be cheap. You'll also be pretty cheap. And then how bad is it in here? 5 water, 10 science. I think we might let you auto repair. It's a lot of science to ask right now. So let's do a little something like that. A little something like this. I don't know what my plan is for expanding there. Maybe like here. It's just another city site. This is kind of like a weird province. It doesn't do a whole lot. But we are at risk here of just spinning our wheels really badly. We're not accomplishing much of anything right now. Our econ is kind of in shambles, except for food production, which is like okay. We're not making enough power. We're not quite making enough science. Our titanium is sorely lacking. And the only terraforming progress we're making right now is just passively through like bacteria, so I think it makes the most sense to focus on economy first, which means generating more power with this resonance station. So we swap off power, we turn on silicates, and we also pull 1 away from our project. We're making 7 food. That's absolutely our dump trade stat right now. In fact, I'll start saving water so we can do more of it. 17, 18, 20. Next turn, we can do the resonance station if we explore a tile that has silicates, like this one. Oxygen production met. We will absolutely take a tritium thermogenerator. That solves a lot of problems for us. We explore here, spending most of our power, but it's okay. It's an investment in the future because now we can do this. And then we can also do this. And I'm still going to let this auto repair because I'd rather knock out like this science project and this bacteria spreader. I actually think I'd knock this bacteria spreader out before the science project. Get it running here. Start terraforming even more. And then next turn, I think our satellite is up. Next turn, our satellite's up, so we can think about founding a city either here or here. Lava tube is probably the saner choice to protect from radiation. Also, easier expansion opportunities. There's a water deposit here. There's a titanium deposit here. It gives us better access to the south part of Tharsis. I think that's going to be the better choice. Don't have the science for that right now. I'll just take 50 support. Thank you. Just take another bacteria spreader, thank you. So I'm going to wait on this. 21, 22, 23, 24. Any science tile? Yes. Alright, there we go. So, oh, this turns bacteria spreader. I had more than I thought. Okay, you go here. You spread cyanophyta 1 time, and then we'll move on to methanogenium. And then we explore here. It's a volcano. We will probably restart that and focus on this city as our next expansion target then. Actually, I don't even need you anymore either. I think we just do this. Get that project done, which will absolutely increase our water income. I would do it again, and then I'd take an extra trade route. I think I'd also expand you, even though it's going to cost us 1 support, because I can get this down. And then I need to explore a spot that has titanium. Well, this serves 2 goals at once. Costs us all of our power, but it serves 2 goals at once. And then we do something like that. And then we, procrastinate this tritium thermogenerator for a bit. Also, I don't think there's any shot that this windmill gets built, ever. So as soon as push comes to shove on the old card limit down here, I think that is going to be one of the first people out the door. Kelp forest or alpine pine forest. +2 food, +5 support. And support's going to matter a bit more here, I would say. Increases the output of mines. Unlikely. Also unlikely. I've already got one, and I really would rather not drop my current projects for you, so that's turning into science. And then we also explore you. And now if we wanted to, we could found this city. I mean, we could actually just, like, literally found the city right now. I think I would. Is there a reason I wouldn't? No. No, I think I would. Actually, there is a reason that I wouldn't, and it's because I would actually want to put it right there so I can do house, house, house. And then, like, 2 fill buildings, a mine, and then something else. So I'll wait 1 turn on that. Trade route's not assigned? Where'd I get an extra trade route from? Or was I putting 3 tritium in there? Whatever. Next turn, we need to explore a titanium spot. It's probably... Well, found this city. Explore this titanium spot for 2 power. Hold on. I need to do them. I need 1 more power to actually execute on that plan. Because that's going to be a 2 power exploration. And destroying the rock is going to be 3 power, so I need 5. So we'll do something like that. I do not currently want silicates, and I don't have the power or titanium to do that project, so let's let it pass. I don't think I need any of these right now. Like, you're a long ways off and you're competing for power, so turn it into science. Found a city. Explore a tile, which gives us the titanium to finish this project if we go like this. Oh, it's done already. Okay, well then, on to the next project, probably. I think I'm going to wait and let tritium refill, and then I'm going to start working on orbital solar panels, so let's put 1 into silicates, which we're not currently spending. We're also on the lookout for robots here for New Budapest, because we want to set that volcano off first. We need a lot of tritium right now. Like a lot of tritium. Let's get the exploration satellites on it, I think. This is great stuff. You love to see it. Alright, Jan is out of here. I think this might be Nyalia's time, because we're about to start seeing spaceports pop up. And Trade Boost is pretty good with spaceports getting built. Embassy is, like, fine. But then Hope is like, well, actually, we could spend a lot of water on this. And the support for every new city building is also kind of good. You know what? I would give it a shot, actually. Speak of the devil. I would. And then I also think I would. But, like, I don't think I really would. Save that skyscraper. You might use that skyscraper. 27 power, there's no shot. You've lost your mind if you think we're doing 27 power. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's just do a tritium thermogenerator. I would bin some water to do that, and then I would just put 1 more into this power project. So next turn we can build the tritium thermogenerator, which is good. And then we can go back to dumping tritium into orbital solar panels, which will be good, because that'll put us at 7 power when it's done. And then once we're at 7 power, things will be better, I guess. I would say. So it's a pretty fair evaluation of what 7 power will do for us. Oh, this is new. Gigantic asteroids heading towards Mars. To attempt to change its course or destroy it. Okay, so what are my 2 options? I need to build 3 buildings that cost 30 tritium each in 30 turns. So I need to generate 90 tritium in 30 turns. We already generate +2. It's not a big ask to generate +3, but it does kind of like shut down our entire economy. On the other hand, 30 science is easy, 30 titanium is hard. We'd need to get one... Well, we could use a trade route for it. This is going to basically cost us 30 turns. Maybe like a little bit less than 30 turns if we can find more titanium. This is going to cost us 90 tritium. We could also just take -5 support income. That's actually like not that steep of a cost. Deflect it to Earth? No, that's... I've been told that's impolite. Also, eating vinegar chips? Disgusting. Maybe I should let this planet be destroyed. I mean, adjacent population for 7 support, 7 support. The problem is that like our best win con is support. So getting a building that's plus support is good and desirable. I think I will have an easier time destroying it. Oh no! Why would you show me this? I'll take it, but I can't promise I'm gonna build it. So we now need just like an astronomical amount of tritium. Which means we're going to need to refactor a lot of the ways that these projects happen. We go like this, we go like this, we go like this. I really just want to rush this project down. Because while we're working on this, it's going to stall out everything else that we do. And I'm not really all about that. So let's get started. A lab? A lab doesn't move the needle. A robot hub does move the needle. I would love for a robot hub to go here to get at this titanium. So I just gotta be a little patient with my power income. But let's get that out of the way before we build new robots. And then let's do a little bit of this. A little bit of this. We're at 24. So we can almost build our first one. I am going to need space to put them. A lot of them are probably going to go around here, honestly. Like here, here, and then like here, maybe. So I'm going to need to pick up a couple robot hubs. Building action to spread a life form is available. I'll do it. I think it's probably time to start working on heat. Atmosphere is going to hit level 1 in 3 turns. I think that's fine. Could probably also think about a plant spreader pretty soon. A lot is going to be rolling on our exploration income here. The hell? I mean, I can't afford it. It's 18 tritium. You must be out of your damn mind. This we want for sure. That's not that good. Show me tritium and nitrates if you have it. No? Alright, well then what would I want to see instead? I think I'd want to see titanium instead. Leave titanium and nitrates, hang on. Okay. We can afford a plant spreader now. We can also afford the robot hub. Robot hub goes here. We go here to get our titanium. We go here just to get a blank tile. And then I think we start plant spreading. Because this is also going to increase our terraforming parameters a bit. It does change a bit of the plan for where do the silos go, but we've got 28 turns to figure out where the rocket silos go. Not that worried about it. Okay, there's our atmosphere improving. We have 2 bacteria spreaders right now. I don't think I need a third. And I am kind of saving up science for this research center, so I'm okay with converting 2 here. The titanium rush is over. The tritium rush continues, so this is a pretty easy tritium to get here. And then just convert it again. I'm honestly tempted to build over the top of that aquifer. Like, go here, here, that's 2 rocket silos easy. This is 3rd rocket silo easy, so I really need to see robot hubs show up pretty soon. Or I could just get 10 titanium and I could just build a road paver depot. That would get all 3 of them, because this is 3 tiles. I actually think I like that a bit more. You're still, like, not really showing me anything I'm interested in. So you can get lost. I'm going to take 1 turn off. Never mind, I'm just going to get both. I'm going to have my cake and eat it. And then you're actually only 4 power, so I'll do that too. That puts us at 8. So next turn, we could just build the titanium mine. That's probably a more sustainable long-term solution to this problem. I would. And then I would not. Alright. Do I like that? Because now I'm looking at... Well, yeah, no, this is fine. We go like this. We go like this. And then we go like back to tritium. So like this. 4? Okay, never mind. We don't go back to tritium. I can't afford to do anything this turn. I can spend 20 water to gain 170 support. It's not like we're using water for anything else. Plankton or seagrass? I would take plankton. Would I take a second plant spreader? No, I don't think so. Would I take any of these? Like, honestly, no, I don't think so. We're not doing space projects anytime soon because of this tritium constraint. We're 28 nitrates away from 30 nitrates. So, like, I really don't want you polluting my hand size. I'm just going to take 2 more science points, and I'm going to keep investing in tritium that I can reach. Which is, like, only you. We also are up to 60 food. Where do we want these expansion tiles to go? I actually think we want them underground. Because you've got some nice radiation shielding down here. And then we don't need the road paver depot. We can just go yunk. And we can go yunk. And then we can go yunk. And we can go yunk. And then we just need 27 more trit. And we're done. This is gone. We still have 24 turns. We're really going to free up our economy a lot faster than I thought here, which is great. Plankton is not going to do so hot in Borealis. But then, like, you know, what is? It is a water zone after all. Oh, climate's too cold. I could also just go for this faster spread and start working on heat. Sure. No? No. Kind of? Yeah, actually. 30 heat's a lot of heat. And then, like, no, well, actually, that kind of, yeah. Alright. Now, things are a little scary because I don't see that much more tritium. How much power is it to get down there? 5? Yeah, we'll absolutely be using satellites for that. Oh, thank God. Okay. We're still moving the needle. I do need 1 more expansion slot here, but we can get it with the road paver depot. You go here and here. Actually, you don't even need to go here. We can just go here. So it's 2 turns that I can do that. Guess just explore something close to you. And then this is fine. The economy is just like really locked in on our specific goals right now. Some comfort of living globally. I want it. I just can't do it right now. In fact, I can't do any of these three. So we're really choosing between, like, would you like a shipwright when you have no water cities? Or would you like a third tritium thermogenerator that you're not going to build? I'll answer that question for you. I would like the secret option, which is turn it into science. And then I would like to get tritium. And then I would like to not have the power to build a road paver depot. Well, no, it's pretty bad over there too. It's also pretty bad over here. I think you should just like wait a turn until you do have the power. I'm just gonna wait a turn until I like do have the power. Now, a life form pivot would be interesting. I do kind of have the population to make trade routes pop, but solar roads is not going to be that good. Oxygen production, we are still in the phase of the game where we're producing quite a bit, and importing life forms could be kind of fun, and reducing rain requirements could be kind of fun. So I think I might actually take the terraforming-oriented leader here. I would love a train station. Thank you so much. And then the rest of these, I kind of say no to, just because our economy's in a pinch. It's not that I don't want them. It's that I can't really afford them. But next turn, this finishes. We can build our third silo, and then we're done. We don't even need the trade routes for it, so I think we actually just go back to finishing projects. It should not be that one, though. 31, I can do this, and then everything else can be silicates. We should rebuild our power first, because our power is going to be the most important thing to get back up off the ground. You come here, you expand here, you harvest it, then we build our third silo next turn, and then honestly I could replace all of these. I don't really care that much about 9 support per turn. I would rather have you be things like spaceports and, you know, bacteria spreaders and science buildings and what have you. Speaking of science buildings, let's also get that down. And then I don't have the power to do this, so I'm going to import. And really what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for plants that have a high water requirement, because I can genetically engineer them down to require less water with Isabella's other modification here. We have that nice little baked-in synergy. So let's do this. Oh, the choices. I already have 2. I don't think I need a third. We do have minor robot synergies. I can't remember what they are, but I know that we have minor robot synergies. So I kind of want to grab this. And then we also just have like minor people are going to be happy synergies, which is going to make a skyscraper pretty strong. I would rather have 50 water, but I don't have the space for it. And then we do this, this, get this. Provide 7 support, and adjacent population gives 7 support. You already know you're going here. That's plus 38 support that we're at now, so I really don't think we have to worry about that in the short or even medium term. And then I want to go back to getting tritium, because I want to fire this volcano up. Okay, can't afford that, but I can gene mod you, so you're down to 1 water. I don't think we have any climate zone right now that's 1 temperature and 1 water, but we're getting close on a couple of them. And our next biggest problem to solve is power. Like, if we can get some tritium in for these double generators, we set up the double generators here and here. That's 2, 4, 6 power per turn, 9 power per turn, 11 power per turn. 11 power per turn is, like, pretty good. We probably don't have to really think about it that much anymore after that, so let's rush to that goal. Again, I would love to take some of these, I just don't have the space for you. I think it might be... You're full on buildings right now, and you're not building anything this turn, so actually you probably shouldn't pick anything. You should probably just, like, chill. Because you're going to spend 7 power getting it more of this tritium. 5, 6, 7. Let's take a quick delay here. Make sure we actually get to 9 next turn so we can build a thermo generator. Never mind, we're at 8. My math is horrible. It's okay, I guess we can explore. Me and being bad at math in this game. Name a better duo. You can't. I have a skyscraper already, so I'm not that worried about a hab module. I don't have beaches or temperature, so I don't think a beach resort is really going to go over that well at this point. And again, as much as I would like to import tritium, space projects are full, and the current ones I have roll like pretty dang good. So, what does that leave us with? I think it leaves us with going like this. And then getting rid of you because we're over hand size, and getting rid of you because we're over hand size. I think is what it looks like. And then we're just going to desperately search for any tritium that we can reach, and naturally there is none. So I guess I'll just import a life form again. I'll take it. I don't think animals can quite... Well, actually, we're at 2 oxygen. Maybe I should start importing some animals. You can expand here. I don't need to be doing this anymore. I can go back to doing that. It is surprisingly cheap and could wind up being pretty good. I would grab it just to speculate on. Because this is going down over here, so that we actually have the hand size. So the thing about the Coca-Cola mascot is that people don't like living in the same place where the Coca-Cola mascot lives. Which is weird. Because, like, you know, by all accounts in popular media, he's like a pretty friendly guy. He just kind of, like, you know, chills with Santa and hands out free Cokes. But people are, like, not about that life when it's, you know, some that's next door. And people actually get very unhappy if they live in the same biome as a polar bear. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it was me, it's on site, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always down for a free sponsorship deal. But yeah, other people, not so much. What am I doing here to avoid spinning my wheels? Hey, the wheel spin is not that bad because we're finishing this up. But we are kind of like not really making forward progress on anything right now. Why is that? Well, it's because we're limited on trade routes for sure. Like, the faster we could trade, the more of these we could get out and the better situation our economy would be in, which really means we got to get these built. Which really means we need more tritium. But we don't really know a lot of places where tritium is. Like, maybe we think about setting up a city down here? Now that I look at it, it actually does go extremely hard as a city. Nitrates deposit, titanium deposit, large tritium deposit. I think next turn we explore here, we build a city here. And then we use like one of these Android hubs with our newfound power to really power out the expansions. I don't think there's a lot of stuff I want here, but hand is full. Space projects are full. So I'm just like, I'm stuck. I'm stuck because I failed to prioritize our economy for a couple of turns, and now I'm paying the price, just like in real life. That's a gigantic titanium deposit. Never mind, I am pogging. So I think we go... Newport, no. No. Alright, fine. I think we go here. -4. Why are people... Oh, because it's cold here. Okay, fine, whatever. Cry about it. I'll make it warm later on. Don't worry about that. This finishes next turn. We really gotta crank the heat in here, so I think we finish this next. Especially because this doesn't push us over the water threshold. And then next turn, we can build an Android hub. Which is probably going to go like here and here. Actually, like here and here, probably. And then we expand here, here, here. We farm every resource known to man. And then we're just living. So now I would put plankton out. I would not mine a titanium asteroid. Our titanium stocks are kind of okay right now. I would get 40 water. Oh, but I would also take a heliostat power plant. Hang on. Oh, I can get both! Alright, so you're gone. You're in. You need somewhere high elevation to go. Am I dying? I have no high... Well, I have, like, this water mine, but that water mine's kind of important. Okay, a plant spreader is actually not that important. I think here's what we do. You go here. You expand here, here, here. This plant spreader is going to take a vacation down to here. And then this heliostat power plant's going in here. Now we're at 12 power. And we're not even at our final form yet either. So we never have to take power again. Power is totally fine right now. Next goal. Animal spreader, maybe? Animal spreader and spaceports, I think. So now that the power's out of the way, let's do this. Let's do a little something like that. Do a little something like that. Power out these spaceports. Oh, a spaceport was going to go here. Hang on, I'm thinking really quick. I would like this city to have a train station eventually. So instead of that, let's do this. 7, 8, 12. We'll need one more. We could, like, explore this tile for it. So we're going to do one turn on silicate trade. I'm a long ways off from a temperate rainforest. I'm a long ways off from a coral reef, too. What the hell? Alright, fine. I'll take the rainforest. So we explore that tile next turn when we have power. In 2 turns, we could make a train station, because the power's going to need to refill a bit. And then with a train station, I can go here. I can move the plant spreader down here again. And then I can put the rocket silo here because we'll get a free trade route out of both these resources and that water mine. I think that's going to be the play. So I will end turn. I will take a bus station just to have. The bus station is in many ways a worse train station, both in-game and in real life. And now I'm like, you could just build it now. So what if you explored here? What if you explored here? What if you built a bus station here so that you could go here and here? Can I not relocate you? I can't relocate you. That's unfortunate. And I think the even more unfortunate news is you're probably going to get bulldozed as a result. As soon as I can build this spaceport, your ass is gone. So let's get titanium or tritium coming back in. Next turn, we have enough power for a spaceport. In 2 turns, give or take, we'll have enough tritium for a spaceport. And then this turns on a lot of things. If you don't believe me, you're just going to have to wait and see. But I think for now that's good. I'm very excited about some of these deposits as well, incidentally, but the power's not quite there for them. Double resource production is going to be pretty nice for power. Sure. Gain a support when constructing a city building. I sleep. No. Also no. So I guess just like take the cheap one so you can finish it this turn. I'll think about that in a second. Let's turn this in really quick. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, so next turn we can make spaceport, even if we don't explore a tritium tile, but I think we're going to explore one anyway. I can just like blow all of my power on those mines though, which is kind of nice because we're getting 12 per turn. And then, would you like to explore this turn? I could also build like an aquifer, I guess. Yeah. Tell me what's over there. Oh, that wasn't enough titanium, huh? Okay, fine. I'll wait. I can't... God, I wish I could move you again. But 4 turns is going to be a lot of turns. You know what? Maybe I could get away with waiting. Maybe I don't need to be super impatient. Because I could also just, like, I could put one up here, and then this gets a free silicate trade route and a free tritium trade route. It does only get us 1 trade route instead of 2. But, I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. And then instead what I can do is I can start to get rid of these buildings, because I'm not that worried about the support. And, boy, before too long, I can just, like, put a whale down. That's going to be pretty good. Now, what do I want to do with this decision? I don't need a second plant spreader. I definitely don't need a magnetic fusion plant. An entertainment center could be okay, because people are very unhappy here right now. And my support, I have 2,000, so the buffer is absolutely enormous. But they are going to want to be happy sooner or later, so let's just plunk that down. Could also plunk down a cloud seeder. I don't think it really accomplishes anything. It's actually, I'm so sure that that's not going to happen that I'll just get rid of it. Elephants or clownfish? They're kind of the same. Like, our oxygen parameter is going to hit 3 well before temperature does anything, so give me the elephants. And then, I don't really like any of these. Turn them into science. Now, do I have anywhere I can migrate this? Is the other question. Yeah, I could actually. So, like, you... How long would it take you to move? 9 turns? It's actually so not worth it. Just get bulldozed. So now we've got 1 free export for silicates that we can turn into anything else we want. We still need an unfathomable amount of tritium. So, well, we could also get 1 free export in there. I don't think we can afford it. And then I'll export like a little more food to cover it. This is to reach spaceport number 2, and then we're pivoting back to space projects. But I want to get both those spaceports down before I really think about doing anything else. And then in the interim, we probably build a second Android hub in Grey Titanium Town, and we go yunk, yunk, yunk. Oh, actually, you're not in the zone. It doesn't matter. I could just expand there anyway. It's extra support. I thought it would be fun if we, like, colored within the lines, just because we're on a bit of an easier difficulty, but that plan has only lasted until turn 50. Would I import 1 more life form? I'd really like to find an animal that, like, I could actually use right now. Like, if you could give me a deer. Actually, a penguin also works. Yeah, penguins can go, like, up here. Okay. And now? Now we have one of the most powerful economies known to man. Like, this is just insane when we get whales. Whales are like 40 prestige. Yeah, I think, honestly, we take Ivanov just so that he can make a documentary about whales when we put those down. That shit is gonna go off. You've seen Blue Planet? Are you ready for like Blue Planet but on Mars? Because that's what you're getting in 8 turns. Yeah, 8 turns is when we can put the whales down. 9 turns. Sorry, Animal Spreader's got a cooldown. I forgot. 9 turns is when you get to watch the hit new nature documentary Martian Whales. Now, in the meantime, I think we go here. This was the plan. We just do a ton of expansion. People are a little sad about it, but... Actually, people will be a little sad about it. I'll just wait on it. Give me water instead. This could be a bacteria spreader, if we wanted it to be. This can also get turned down now. 12. We need to save 1. So that'll be 15. That'll put us exactly at spaceport. And now, if we get rid of all of this, we have 5 space trade routes. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have 2 free imports because we've got these exports rolling from the spaceport. What do we want those to be? Well, if we make one of them power, we could make a train station next turn. And then if we made like one of them science, we could get to this bacteria spreader faster. So I think I like the way that looks currently. We also have an exploration satellite action available. I think that probably needs to be titanium. I don't know what I'm spending all my titanium on, but like it's disappearing as soon as it shows up. Marleywood Studios. It's definitely not replacing that, I'll tell you that much. I actually don't think it's replacing anything. It's not... I haven't done a single planet location that provides support or comfort. So I guess what I could do is I could do 2 documentaries on these 2 regions that have bacteria and plants in them. Because I don't have an animal that goes in there currently. God, it's pretty underwhelming. But you wait until you see the support that comes from the whales documentary. You're going to lose your freaking mind. Expand down here to generate a bit more heat. Support's getting really bad, but we're also approaching the end of the game, so I'm not that worried about it. If I convert these, we go to 22, 23, 24 with an import. 25 next turn. We could build a bacteria spreader. You, unfortunately, are just like taking too long to do what you need to do, so let's get all of our extra trade routes here now. We have 5 more imports that we can play with. I think that's going to be food just to rush down skyscrapers, and then... yeah, just keep dumping it all into the space mirrors. I would ideally like to win in about 8 turns. I think it's doable, but we should probably strive for it a little bit. And you can still perform an action, and come film your other like shitty nature documentary. Those are just the prequel episodes. I don't think I ever took my 3rd greenhouse farm for my starting city, so maybe we should do that. And I would really like to take lifeform delivery. I think I'm willing to get rid of you for lifeform delivery, so that we can try and find some actual good animals. Where did we start? Here? Yeah. Yeah, we never actually finished that. Oh, because we don't have the population. Interesting. Well, what if we just like turned you into a skyscraper? Then what? That's what I thought. And then you get another expansion tile. Grab me large nitrates. And then grab me nitrates. I don't know what we're going to use them for, but we can build them. And then you have 2 power available? Just go explore. Nathan, oh no. Is this like a flat Mars? Oh, a no Earth society. Unfortunately, I don't know about all that, Nathan. I'm pretty sure there's an Earth. I have a theory that exists. I would grab another one of these. 2 food per turn. Like, it would be fun to do outbuildings, but let's can it for now, and then let's get one of these down. And then let's get some of this going. You can't even live... Oh, it's too cold. Okay. Well, the problem is, like, I really don't need the cyanophyta. So I guess we'll just spread it way the hell over there instead. And then if I do like you, we can spread some sand on the caps, and I don't have the tritium to set off the volcano yet either. That might not happen this game. We're spending a lot of tritium now. I still have trade routes aren't assigned. Okay, fair. Let's start working on the water import, I guess. No, do this, because it's cooldown based. And then take like one off of there and one onto there, just so you can finish both of those in 2 turns. And then Ivanov still has an action. Well, you have power to go anywhere you want this turn, so why don't you grab me some tritium? Support income's starting to get really bad, but we're going to be out of here soon. Just turn it into science. We're getting to that part of the game where decisions don't matter that much anymore. You go here. You could go down here if you wanted, just to get a little extra support per turn. You could even go all the way down here if you wanted and get some comfort of living. I am kind of saving my tritium for... Actually, maybe there's not really any good spaceport spots left. I was going to say like here, but this is kind of an ass spot for a spaceport. It's just like +1 comfort of living at Terra base and 2 trade routes. It doesn't really get me going. But then where else would you put it? Not really anywhere, honestly. Yeah, fair point. I'm not going to throw it out, but I am going to up my power production even higher. I think power is going to matter more as a resource. Lions! Yeah, so the -2 comfort of living there, Lorks, is every person in every city generates either +1 or -1 support, which is my like number over here, per comfort of living there is. So you put lions down near this city, and all of a sudden every single person who lives here is like, you know what, this place is like not that great anymore. So I think instead I'll just grab Birds of Paradise. And then give me the life form import. I would take dolphins. And then what do we want to heat? I want to heat the zone that already has a lot of rainfall. Because we could turn this place into like a rainforest, I think. So I think we put it here. It ups our heat. The polar caps melt. The atmosphere improves. It's just good things all around. And then we start dumping titanium into our next water project. And I think that, when that finishes, which should be 3 turns from now, is actually going to be the threshold that wins the game for us. I don't think it's even going to be putting down whales. I'd grab another animal spreader. And then you can still do something. Let's go look at that place. Go look at that place and tell me about it. Spaceport, Oxygen Factory. I'll take a Combined Living Center. I'll take Exploration Satellites. I don't think any of these are getting built. I think the path to victory is currently quite clear. But it would kind of be fun to found another city. Let's go like here. And then we want to save up 30 food for our Combined Living Center. Maybe also put down that train station. We actually have no silicates income right now, so never mind. Take another station. Take a delivery drone. I need to explore titanium this turn. Otherwise I'm not going to have enough to run this project. No, I do have enough to run the project. Never mind. I've got enough to start on new projects. Stick it over there. And then really just like find me some more silicates. That's pretty good. I can get an animal spreader down. This is the only place where deer can live, so I guess I'll just put deer over there. Yeah, there we go. We didn't even need to get to whales. It's a little unfortunate. I was kind of looking forward to putting them down. But so it goes. There, we'll fill some oceans in too while we're at it. 59 is a little longer than I would have liked that to take. But what's done is done. And we are still at max levels. There are no new content. But I do think... What is it, 425? That only took us an hour and 15 to knock out. I think I've got time for one more.